What's up, Packer Nation? We did it. We did it, you guys. We strolled into the opposition's den, the Bears' den, and we went in there and we beat them by a score of 10-3. Now, a lot of us were probably thinking there'd be much more of a higher score than this. That was my thought process as well, but this turned out to be quite much of more of a defensive struggle, albeit it was still a really entertaining game. I had an absolute blast watching this game, and wow, I did not think this Packer defense was going to play this well. This is the best I've seen this team play on defense since last year's game against the Bills at home when we trounced them and shut them out. I also would like to give credit to the Chicago Bear defense as well, arguably the best in the league right now. They did an absolutely fantastic job coming right out of the gates. They stuffed the run, and Aaron Jones, unfortunately, was a complete non-factor. Jamal Williams was very much a non-factor as well. They did whatever they needed to do, starting with their solid defensive line of Akeem Hicks, Eddie Goldman, and Roy Robertson-Harris. They were phenomenal. They stuffed our run, and they also made it pretty tough for us to pass. There was just pressure in Aaron's face all game long, almost all game long. However, huge credit to Brian Bulaga for making Khalil Mack a complete non-factor in this game. So, game ball goes to Brian Bulaga for doing an absolutely phenomenal job clamping down and keeping Khalil Mack at bay. Now, the offensive line was not perfect. The team was pushed around. It was at overtimes, it was very overpowering. Aaron, I believe, got sacked 5 times in that game, and that's a little bit of a small concern going in, but since it is the Bears defense, I'm not too worried. I think that things are going to be better for our offensive line going forward, and as far as our offense in general, I think our offense looked pretty lackluster at times. There were some, like I said, the running game was almost non-existent. The passing game was here and there. There was some inconsistencies. A lot of the passes that were completed were short passes to his receivers, some of his tight ends, and there was that one deep throw to MVS that eventually set up a touchdown to Jimmy Graham, and that was our only touchdown. In fact, that was the game's only touchdown was Aaron's touchdown pass to Jimmy Graham. And to recap and go quickly straight through the offensive stats, Aaron Rodgers was 18 of 30 for 203 yards and 1 touchdown. Let's see, Aaron Jones got 13 carries for 39 yards and an average of 3 yards per carry. Jamal Williams got five carries for no yards. As far for the receivers, Davante Adams was pretty much for the most part held in check. He got 4 catches for 36 yards. MVS 4 for 52, with a good chunk of that coming off the deep ball. Jimmy Graham 3 catches for 30 yards and the touchdown, and that pretty much wrapped it up for the offense. A lot of things, like they said, they need to be completely worked out, but I kind of expected this to happen as this is a new offense. Everyone has to learn a whole new playbook, another language. So I expect this offense to start out a little slow, but I think as time goes on, it'll catch on, and this offense could be one of the best in the league, with Matt LaFleur calling plays and a whole new outlook of this offense predicated around running the ball and play action fakes. We didn't see a whole lot of that today. We really couldn't because the Bears defense pretty much stymied our running game, and that in turn allowed Aaron to have to go with some more short passes and just And, the Bears did a pretty good job on their coverage. So, like I said, we had to scratch and claw our way to be able to get the tough yards, and I'd say we did just well enough on offense to get through. In fact, Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears offense was, I would say, not really particularly good, but at times they actually looked like they had the better offense. Mitchell Trubisky wound up coming away with the game with the game stats of 26 for 45 for 220 yards and the interception. By AA, Allen Robinson predictably was going to do pretty well. He got 7 catches for 102 yards, and that is a pretty good large chunk of where Trubisky's yards came from, which was from Allen Robinson. Other than that, the coverage was really good. Some other receivers were complete non-factors: Anthony Miller, Cordell Patterson, and I'd say the next best pass catcher was running back Tarik Cohen, who got 8 catches for 49 yards, and that's actually pretty good. Tarik Cohen, this team pretty much kept Tarik Cohen in pretty much in check. He did not really break out any big runs or anything like that. The defense did pretty well against the run. David Montgomery only got 18 yards on 6 carries. Mike Davis 5 for 19, and Cohen didn't get any runs. So for the defense, game balls go to these guys here on defense. First, before I put out the game balls, I'm going to go over the stats for our defensive players. Blake Martinez was all over the field, got 5 tackles and 2 assists, including 1 sack coming off the blitz in the first quarter. Kevin King, surprising at corner, came in with a sack. Zadarius Smith with a sack. Preston Smith with 1.5 sacks, and Kenny Clark also with half a sack. So the game balls go to, the first one goes to, first I will start with the coaching. The coaching and the game planning was superb. It was absolutely phenomenal. So game ball number 1 on defense goes to none other than defensive coordinator Mike Pettine. Mike Pettine had everything going here, and the coaching on the defense was, as I said, was absolutely phenomenal. So he gets an extra large size game ball. Other game balls go to Preston Smith, Blake Martinez, and the final game ball on the defense goes to the man, the former Chicago Bear strong safety Adrian Amos gets the final game ball, and that was the game sealer right there. I thought it was pretty much poetic that Adrian was going to get an interception. So thank you, Chicago, for allowing him to walk, and we got him. That's not to say that I would like to give the Chicago Bears some credit. They did a very good job. They came out, they played inspired football. They played well. It was a very hard-fought, old school NFC North rivalry. This is going to be a tough division, you guys, and this is only just the start of it. This is going to be the old-fashioned black and blue division, with Chicago, Minnesota, and us competing for the NFC North. But looks like it's competition on. Chicago, the Green Bay Packers are a team to be reckoned with, and we just proved that tonight with this game. So that's going to do it for this video. You guys can leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you guys later for another video.